Whoa. The birds outside are quite loud. That's not the word. Excited. They're very talkative. Welcome back. I'm not doing a long video. That's because I just wanted to finish the day. Mostly because I want to finish the day, and also because I don't really have... There's actually stuff I want to do, besides this, like play Mario Kart, but I can't record that yet because I don't have the tech, I don't have the equipment necessary. And also, I do want to... So some news, I should say. I recently bought a always online Minecraft server, 6 gigabytes for my Discord group. That's to say, my friend group, who just also happens to be on Discord. That being said. So I want to actually record that as well. Record that as well, and post that. But the problem is I have no idea where I'm gonna put it, unless I do, Saturdays, and I just post the videos a week after they're recorded instead of the day after, which might conflict a little bit somewhat with my stated plan of starting a Fate Grand Order playthrough that goes up later in the day on top of all of the other stuff. That being said, let us continue. Like I said, today is not going to be long. I take a deep breath and look blankly out over the yard. It's the first time I turned this computer on all weekend. Oh, right, about that. So this computer is probably, the one I'm currently using, is probably only going to be my recording computer. Literally everything else I'm going to do, or this is going to be my recording computer. Literally everything else I do, I'm going to do on another computer, which I have down there. So, I asked about everything I needed to know, and I got answers, but I'm no less lost for it. And yet Tasaka, my senior as a mage, or rather a full-fledged master, is completely nonchalant about the whole situation.
ねえ、余ってるクッションとかない？あと、ビーカーと分度器。
Okay. Wow, I'm already breaking it, sure. It reminds me of a post I saw where it's like, hey, can I have a second pillow? I'm used to sleeping with 2. Which is what I do. I sleep with 2 pillows on top of each other because I'm fancy. That is to say, I have a pillow from about 14 years ago that I refuse to give up. It's one of those... the pillow pets, if you remember them. It also sounds like someone needs science lab equipment. She's busy scouring the house for stuff. Take any cushion you want from the guest room, but a normal house doesn't have beakers or protractors. What do you mean a normal house doesn't have protractors? You said, suspiciously, sounding like every math teacher ever.
は？信じられない。魔術師なら実験用具ぐらい置いておくものよ。
Complaining loudly, she turns and heads back toward the detached building. Tasaka's really serious about getting herself situated here. I don't know if you can hear it, but the washer is on. Someone's doing laundry. Now, on the matter of her staying overnight seemed to be settled. When I peeked into the detached building earlier, she already picked out the best room for herself. She didn't even put up a sign that says remodeling in progress, do not enter. I should get a sign like that, but I only put it out sometimes. It says recording in progress, do not disturb. I guess it won't be an issue since the detached building is far away enough. Having Saber around already has me on edge, but if Tasaka were close too, there'd be nowhere for me to relax anymore. Your room... No, actually. The detached building is far enough, and even though it's connected by a corridor, it feels like it's a neighboring house. As long as I keep my distance, nothing bad should happen. But I guess we'll still see each other during meals, and there's only one bath here, so we'll have to decide when each of us will use it. Wait a minute, what the hell am I thinking? I shake my head violently, slump back onto the floor. Bro is on the concrete. With what must be my millionth side star, I stare blankly up at the sky. I'm getting drowsy. Must be more tired than I realized. Whatever. Let's go ahead and close my eyes. Someone took a nap in the middle of the day. Apparently, not caring at all works wonders. Yeah, it's amazing how much stress you won't find. How little stress you'll have when you not care. But that's the problem. If you don't care, you don't get anything done. The moment I close my eyes, I drift right off to sleep. Next thing I know, the sun has long since set. Saber, Tasaka, and I have gathered around in the living room. I've only just woken up, and Saber's already in the living room. Tasaka has just finished remodeling the room. By the way, this is what the guest room looked a few hours ago. But now...
Shirou, あのエアコンどう使うの?
One of the best running gags throughout this and the next game. Rin being completely technologically illiterate. That was what I saw after being summoned for something so trivial. Even Fujini wouldn't have bothered me with it. The room has been transformed. That's actually not that bad. What did I post? I'm trying to remember my schedule, but I don't remember in what order I post my videos now. No, I don't think I do. I sure know how to pick a teammate. Okay. I'm uncomfortable. My house is playing host to not one, but two invaders. No, I'm all the more unsettled because I so rarely have guests here. Really. Actually, these two don't even look like they belong in a Japanese-style house to begin with. Well, yeah. One's not Japanese and the other's only part Jap. That is hollow ataraxia. That one will be explained. The time is almost 7 o'clock at night. Got it. 1900. Yeah, 19 o'clock. That's not late. Everyone's in the living room, but staying quiet and doing nothing isn't really good for my mental well-being. If you two don't mind, I want to talk about what we do from here.
ちょっと待って。その前に一つ決めておきたいんだけど、いいかしら。
Sure, what's that?
何って夕食のことよ。シロ、ずっと一人暮らしだったのよね。
Yeah.
なら食事は自分で作ってきたのよね。
Of course I'd go hungry if I didn't eat.
さ、なら提案なんだけど、夕食の当番は交代制にしない？これからしばらく一緒に暮らすんだし、その方が助かるでしょ？
That's a cool plan and all, but there is one hiccup that you have. Hiccup. That's not a hiccup. There's one hiccup you haven't considered, which is the fact that Sakura shows up often. You're right. I was thinking of going about my normal routine, but now that you're going to be living here, you'd be like family. Yes. You'll be expected to cook, and I'll lift some of the burden.
決まりね。じゃあ今日はシロが当番ってことで。もうこんな時間だし、作戦会議は食べてからにしよう。
Wait, it's fine if we take turns cooking dinner, but what about breakfast? Are we gonna take turns for breakfast?
ああ、朝はいいのよ。私食べないから。
What? Don't be serious, careful. You won't go bring and strong to eat breakfast. No, she drinks milk. She's in a. If you don't know what I'm referencing, Ruby Volume 1. Yeah, I'm an of course, that could be fucking just counted with the Arnold quote. Milk is for babies. When you get older, you drink beer. Sake in this case, but that's not important. Rice wine. Rincewind. Oh, I'm just mixing too much shit together now. Don't eat breakfast. So fun facts, I don't actually eat, well, sometimes. When I have an early class, I eat
人の生活
breakfast.
スタイルに口を挟まないでちょうだい。
When I don't have an early class, I don't.
とにかく今日の夕食はシロが作るの。ちゃんとした食べ物を出さないと話なんてしないからね。
And on the off chance that neither of those occur, that is what well, that's what brunch is for. For the life of me, I don't know what set her off. Tasaka clears to me irritated. Might be the fact you said, but you won't grow unless you don't eat breakfast. Fine, I'll make something. Saber, you're going to eat too, right?
用意してもらえるのでしたらぜひ。食事は重要な活力源ですから。
Got it. Then you two sit back and behave yourselves. I love that I'm pointing at the screen with a pen. Like, I don't even know what. Like those. There's a scene in my head, but I don't remember what movie it's from and who plays what. But it's like a scientist going, "I'm gonna keep an eye on you two. Don't do anything bad." I grab my apron and head to the kitchen. Luckily, there are enough ingredients for a meal for 3. There's always. I turned on the rice cooker right when I woke up, so it should be done in about half an hour. I glanced towards the socket and Saber from the kitchen. those two look like they would prefer eating Western style meals over Japanese meals. Bored guy. I seriously doubt Saber would like tofu and natto. To say nothing of Tasaki. Actually, I don't think Saber would be able to cook that. I hesitate for a minute, but there's no point worrying about this now. There's only a few dishes I can make with the ingredients I have right now. I have tofu. I think for a moment and decided to make deep fried tofu. I also decided to make simple tofu and seaweed soup. Since I was chicken prepped, I'll use that to make teriyaki chicken as the main dish. There was a lot of discussion about food in this game. I see why there's an entire cooking show based on this game. I drained the water from the tofu, seasoned the chicken, and cut the daikon into daikon. For some reason, I don't know if it's normal English or it's like an accent, but the O-N endings are pronounced in when I do it. The daikon. I don't even. Hang on. No, I don't want to. I'm looking it up because I want the actual pronunciation. Thanks. Yeah, okay. I'm gonna go with daikon. Make a sauce and saute some shishito peppers. Shiitake mushroom.
今後の方針は決まっているのですか、リン。
Right.
さあ、情報がないから何とも言えないけど、とりあえずは他のマスターを探し出すことが先決かな。
Well, there is that sassy white-haired girl who I'm sure.
残るマスターはあと4人。こっちがマスターだって知られずに探し出したいけど、さすがにうまくはいかないわよね。
Okay, I'd just like to, because I forgot to mention this, but Fake Red Order has a thing where if you log in for the day, you get bonuses. If you keep doing that over and over again, you get even more bonuses. So Fake Grand Order is absolutely going to become a daily thing, but it will also be posted the day of recording, because why not? So yeah. Also, I'll be starting a new profile over on my computer instead of the one I've been running on my phone, and I don't know if I can trade servants between them. If I can, great. If I can't, well, that's an issue. I told them to be good, but they're on a pretty disturbing topic. Well, it makes sense if you're in a Holy Grail War. Don't they see I'm busy making dinner for the three of us? They're not even looking over here. It's not 4, it's 5. The only masters we know so far are you and me. I shot my contribution from the kitchen holding the big frying pot to make a deep fried tofu.
何言ってるのよ。私とシロ、それにイリアスフィールで3人でしょ。あなた、バザーカーのこともう忘れたの？
Idiot. Ah. Oh, right. That little girl is also nice. I completely forgot about her since Berserker left such a vivid impression on me. But now I remember the little girl was a master too, and she tried to kill us without a second thought too.
どうせね、あなたのことだからイリアスフィールを敵だって認識してなかったんでしょ。それはいいから調理に専念しなさいってば。シローの実力がわからないと私が困るんだから。
I don't know that my cooking skills are going to be problematic to Saka, but she's right. Food prep's pretty much done, so I need to concentrate and finish the dishes now.
イリアスフィール。バーサーカーのマスターですね。リンは彼女を知っているようでしたが。
まあね、名前ぐらいは知ってる。アインツベルンは何回か聖杯に届きそうになったっていう魔術師の家系だから。
聖杯戦争には慣れているということですね。
でしょうね。他の連中がどうだか知らないけど、イリアスフィールは最大の障害と見て間違いないわ。本来バーサーカーっていうクラスは力の弱い英雄を強化するものよ。
So you think?
理性を代償にして英霊を強くするんだけど、そういった凶暴化した英雄の制御には莫大な魔力を必要とする。
Oh yes, the Madden. The Mad enhancement. A, that's not true of every berserker, he said because he owns. That said because he has Miyamoto Musashi. Second of all, Okay, this is gonna out me a bit, but I have read a fic where Morgan is summoned as caster in this Forest Shirou servant, and she just goes, lol, no. As Berserker, by the way, Morgan's summoned as Berserker, which means A, Saber gets shunted off onto the well, and Media doesn't show up. Media doesn't oh, no, Media might still show up because she's cast and Morgan's Berserker. It doesn't matter, it was a fic, it's not canon.
例えばあなたがバーサーカーになったら
このように話をすることもできませんね。協力者としての機能を一切排除し、戦闘能力だけを特化させたのがバーサーカーです。ですが、それは手負いの獅子を従えるようなもの。波の魔術師ではまず操れません。
So two things. One, Saber is available as a Berserker class. That would be a Mysterious Heroine X Alter, which we'll get into when I start Fate Grand Order. And B, I'm reading. Sorry, I have a Reddit post on my phone right now from the Old People Facebook subreddit. That's a shirt that's like, oh, you need. But one of them, but Ringo is replaced with Yodio. It's just going. Love is all you need, and then someone it corrected that grammar to all you need love is, and then someone else just posted, did you color your battery green to make it look like it was fully charged? Did not change the percent anyway, it still says 15%, but it's also green.
でしょうね。そこいらのマイナーな英霊がバーサーカーになった程度でも波のマスターじゃ制御しきれない。
Fine, you won't get one. I've got jackets called Mr. Uba.
だっていうのに、イリアスフィールは超一流の英霊を召喚して、そいつをバーサーカーにして完全に支配してた。悔しいけど、マスターとしての能力は次元違いよ、あの子。
Lies. Lies.
同感です。私たちの透明の問題は、その次元違いの相手に狙われているという現状ですか。
うん。私のアーチャーはまだ戦線に出られるほど回復してない。セイバーはどう？もう傷はいいの？
通常の戦闘ならば支障はありませんが、バーサーカーを相手にできるほど回復はしていません。バーサーカー戦の傷は完治しているのですが、ランサーから受けた傷には時間がかかるようです。
そう。それじゃあやっぱり当面は様子見をするしかないかな。
それについては提案が。アーチャーの目は鷹のそれと聞きます。彼には屋敷の周囲を見張ってもらうというのはどうでしょうか。
そのつもりよ。あいつには屋根で見張りをさせるから、怪しい奴が近寄ってきたらすぐにわかるわ。この屋敷だって侵入者用の結界が張ってあるんだし、守りは万全でしょうね。まあ、バーサーカーに攻め込まれたら逃げるしかないけど。
Focus on the food, shooters. No, this is important, but the food is too. The two continue their conversation. I don't like it. I'm the one making dinner for them, so I think it's rude for them to talk without me. Besides, Tasaka's too friendly to say, but I can't really talk to Tasaka. There's somebody Tasaka's talking to Saber on my behalf. I see my face reflected in the glass of the kitchen cabinet. My brows. Furrowed in disapproval. That's weird. Why am I saying? I set out a few plates and start serving dinner. I head out. You know, this isn't the best topic for dinner. I'd late. Rude. I'd loud. How rude! He said, quitting a show he had never seen that stopped airing before he was born. I'd loudly smack the tray down in front of Tasaki.
何怒ってるのよ、シロ。料理出しぐらいは手伝うべきだった？
I'm not mad, I just thought you were trying to act aloof around people and give her a sideways glance. Tasaka seems perplexed. And then she gives me a...
協力体制を決めていただけよ。安心なさい。別にあなたのセーバーを取ったりしないから。
Sorry. Maybe it's not always about trying to fix something broken. Maybe it's about starting over and creating something better. And that's why you have a younger sister, you dear. What the? I can tell I'm trying to play. Oh, are you? So I can just point out why I was saying, why did you?
あら、違った？ならごめんなさいね、エミヤくん。
Excellent. Sorry, autocorrect. How do you autocorrect excellence into excellent? Fine. I retreat to the kitchen to grab the rest of the dishes. She really got to me. It sounds like that Tasaka's main ability is pushing people's buttons. Tasaka's still smiling and Saber is expressionless as ever. I'm starting to wonder whether I could survive this partnership. But we go ahead to start dinner. I'm giving her the silent treatment after what happened earlier. I don't want to talk to Sokka, and I'm too embarrassed to even look at her. Saber eats in silence. Her movements are elegant. I can't believe she's the same movement was swinging a sword earlier, and I can't put a finger on. Am I muttering? I'm muttering, aren't I? And I can't put a finger on her butt. Oh, they actually voice acted that one. Every time she takes a bite of something she hasn't eaten before, she moves. It's amusing. Have great cooking in her actual life. Seems to be her way of saying the food is good. Also, it turns out she can use chopsticks properly. Sokka, on the other hand.
よし、これなら勝った。
The moment she takes her first bite, she clenches her fist and says, "Oh, okay."
明日を見てなさいよ、エミヤシロ。
Tasaka's fist trembles with excitement. Dear God, I've had something to say. Okay, so about what you two were discussing. The two raise their heads simultaneously. Wait, I'm already nervous because one of them around having two react in unison like this torture. You brought the spawn yourself. You said yes to an alliance, so I don't know what you were expecting.
さっきの話って何のことよ？
About what to do from now on. You two were talking about it while I was cooking.
まずは他のマスターを探すということですか？
This is the worst. Yeah, I was just wondering if you have a specific plan.
どうするも何も地道に探すしかないでしょ？あ、そうだ。シロ、魔術師の気配ぐらいはわかる？なら話は早いんだけど。
I didn't know you were a mage. We've been going to the same school for 2 years.
やっぱりそうなのね。まあそれはいいわ。どうせ他の連中はみんな気配を立ってるだろうし。魔術師の気配からたどる線は無理っぽいもの。セイバーはどう？サーバントはサーバントを感知できるって言うけど。
多少はできますが、あくまで身近で能力を行使している場合だけです。私では半径200メートルほどしか捉えられません。
なるほどね。じゃあますます相手の出方を待つか、どこかおかしな場所を探すしかない。マスターが何か行動すればその痕跡は残るもの。私たちはそれを探り当てるってわけ。
Are you saying we need to search all over town?
いいえ、それはやめた方がいいわ。あっちも網を張ってるから、そんなことしたら一発でマスターだってバレるわよ。とりあえずはこっちの体勢が整うまでは後手に回りましょう。今まで通りに生活してマスターだと悟られないこと、腕のレイジは他人に見られないように隠しておくこと、できるだけ人気のないところには行かないこと、日が落ちたらすぐに戻ってくること、あとは
外出するときはサーバントを連れて行くようにしてください。アーチャーはリンの護衛ができますか？
それぐらいならできるみたいね。霊体にして待機させておくから私は大丈夫よ。問題は
私のマスターですね。
そう。ちょっと聞いてる？シロー。外出するときはちゃんとセーバーを連れて行きなさいよ。人目につかないようにするのが私たちのルールだけど、そういう時に備えてセーバーとは一緒にいなさいよね。
Alright, I'll try. My response is pretty half-hearted. I understand why Saki would say that, but I hesitate at the idea of taking Saber everywhere. I'm already nervous talking to Saki. Saber makes me even more nervous. Actually, nervous might not be the right word. I'm just bad at talking to Saber.
何か？
Nothing. Hey, do you want a second helping hand me your roll?
いえ、結構です。実に見事な味付けでした、シロ。
I avert my gaze without meaning to. If I can't even look her in the eye right now, who knows how I'm going to feel or what I'll do if we're ever going to be together all the time.
ああ、でもダメか。セイバーは霊体になれないんだから学校までついてこられない。
学校？シローは学生なのですか？
Oh, yeah, I am. Oh, right, Saber can't go to school because she's not a student. I just have to stuff like that first day. Home,
学校に行かないということはできないのですか、シロー。
Can't do that. I just look at my list like no school besides school safe. There's not a lot of places with so many people.
ですが。
大丈夫よ、セイバー。学校には私だっているんだから、もしもの時はフォローするわ。
I keep saying nothing will happen.
わかりました。マスターがそう言うのでしたら従います。
Saber doesn't look convinced, but she still nods in agreement. Night falls. Sasako looks like she prepared herself a bath while I was cleaning up after dinner. Honestly, she's acting like she owns this place right from the start. I'll need to make clear who's boss around here, or things are going to be real tough for me in the future. Easier said than done. I get the sense seizing. Oh, sorry, that was my ear. Easier said than done. I get the sense seizing the initiative is going to be really hard. Speaking of difficulties, there's another person who'll be the source of my headaches. Actually, Saber's probably my biggest obstacle. Saki can be reasoned with, but Saber seems completely impossible to convince no matter what. Saber. I know she's not a best person, but Saber's back in her room. Saki's probably back in her own room in the detached area of the house. I'm the only one in the living room. There's still time before bedtime, so I should probably talk to Saber a bit more. Honestly, I'll need to overcome my awkwardness around her, or else I'm going to suffer for it. Whether she's a servant or not, she's still a girl. She's younger than me. Right. I'm sure I could learn a lot about her if we talked plus. I need to get used to her. Tasaka's never gonna stop looking down on me, and that's a problem. I don't want that, so I should work on talking to her more casually. I go back to my room. The room next to mine, separated by a single sliding door, is Saber's room. Saber, are you awake?
起きています。何かありましたか、マスター。
Saber slides the door. I try to get the hammering out of my heart before she comes here. I'm only gonna talk.
シロ、顔色が優れませんが、傷が開いたのですか。
No, that's not. I'm feeling well better actually. How are you doing?
はい、問題はありません。今の状態では完治まで時間はかかりますが、このままでも平均値はクリアしていますから。バーサーカー以外の相手ならば互角に渡り合えるでしょう。
I don't sense any pretension from her. She is simply saying the truth. I don't have any response to give. Saber's words may be encouraging to the master, but I still want a delicate look. God damn it, Shirou. I want to ask you something. Don't you have any goals other than fighting? Since you're here in the modern world, aren't there things you'd like to do?
他の目的ですか。そのようなことはありませんが、サーバントは戦うためだけに呼び出されたものです。それ以外の目的など余分なだけだ。シローの発言はひどく的が外れています。
I'm trying to tell someone not to fight when it's their only reason for being here. It's not that I wanted to tell her that, but it's just that Saber lacks humanity. That might be enough if fighting is all she's gonna do, but she's right in front of me looking like an actual human being, so it doesn't feel right for her to just fight. If Saber's gonna be here, she might at least do something she enjoys, or it'll all seem like it was in vain. Yeah, that's a pervasive problem going through her entire life. So, like, that is just not a now problem. Hey, Saber, servants are supposed to be heroic spirits from the past, right? Then, I had been about to ask her what she was like before she became who she is right now. She is now by herself.
私の新名は教えられません。
During the day, Saber said that there was going to be a secret between the two of us, so I wouldn't be surprised if Saber refused to tell me anything about her past.
シロ、言いかけてやめるのはよくありません。必要な質問なら答えますが。
No, forget about it. I was about to ask a dumb question. I avert my eyes to try and change the topic. It really was a stupid question. I thought I wasn't interested in Saber's identity, and Saber's been refusing to tell me because it's not safe. Bringing up something like this would just prove I'm a bad guess. You're dwelling on unimportant stuff. But what else can I talk to her about then? If I can't ask anything about Saber, then only other topics left would be me. That would be even more pointless. I'm grasping at straws. If I can't ask her about her identity, I would just have to ask her what Saber likes, what she wants to eat for breakfast tomorrow. I don't care if she's going to look at me funny. I'm ready to ask all the futile questions I want.
シロ、あなたから質問がないのなら、私から尋ねていいでしょうか。
Yes, sure, what is it?
昨夜のことです。シローは私を助けようとしてバーサーカーに打ち倒されました。それは覚えていますね。
I do, but are you gonna keep belittling me like you had this morning? I get that it was a rash decision on my part, so don't remind me. It makes me...
それは私も同じです。ですがこれはあなたという人間を知るために聞いておくべきことだと思う。
My flappers are gasted.
シロ、あなたはなぜバーサーカーに向かったのです。近寄ればどうなるか、シロには分からなかったのですか。
Well, of course I knew. Oh, God! Plot important stuff. At least this time I don't have to take a shit, unlike last time. I knew getting near that thing would definitely be the end of me. Still, I tried to save Saber, not out of some foolishly optimistic belief I could. I just tried to save her. I didn't care about what would happen afterward. Saving Saber was my top priority in that moment. If anything, the fear of not being able to save Saber was greater than my fear of being killed. Sorry, I forgot why. It all happened so fast. I don't really remember what I was thinking at the time. I was probably just rattled. Otherwise, I wouldn't have made such a suicidal move. Rather than tell her the truth, Buddy, no. Rather than tell her the truth, I just say something to try and get myself out of the situation. I probably didn't because of how seriously Saber was looking at me.
つまり、ただ自然に私を助けようとしたのですね。
It wasn't unwitting. I told you I was right, so if something like that happened again, I'm sure I was quaking.
そうですね。それが正常な人間です。自らの命を無視して他人を助けようとする人間などいない。それは英雄と呼ばれた者たちでさえ例外ではないでしょう。ですから、そんな人間がいるとしたら、その人物の内面はどこか欠落しています。その欠落を抱えたまま進んでは、待っているのは悲劇だけです。
I'm sorry for the chair noises. I just turned on my light. It's getting a bit dark, which is strange because it's only 17. Her deep green eyes are trying to tell me something. Yeah, they are, bud. And yet, kind of upset. I just told you I was frazzled and scared to die too, so it's not like I can act like a saint. I'm picking at my chair. If something like that happened, I'm going to prioritize myself over you. What a... No. Hello, ethical moral dilemma, because if you say something like that completely unprompted, you're going to sound like a dick. If you're going to say something in a situation like this, it makes some sense. I try to mask my anxiety by spouting a bunch of heartless crap. At this point, Shirou, you've gone far enough that you could just say shit.
それはよかった。私の思い違いなら問題はないでしょう。ええ、確かにシローは臆病です。道さえ間違えなければ、きっと正しい魔術師になれる。
Hey, do I really look like a coward to you?
ええ、とても。置かれた状況を受け入れるために努力するあたりが特に。そういった賢明さを時に臆病というのです。恐れを知らない者は賢者になれないのと同じですね。
She seems relieved. Saber even smiles as she says this. It must be because of how lovely and elegant everything she does is. Fantastic line read there, Zach. Well done. I can't think of anything else to say, so Saber and I spend the rest of our time alone in my bland room. Buddy, you need a head. And then night falls. I did not talk Saber to Sock in the other room, and nothing much happened until it was bedtime. It's 11 now. No, it isn't. It's 5:30. Boy. I'm so used to translating, because I use 24-hour clock. I'm used to translating that back into AM, PM, because my coworkers don't, and they regularly ask me for the time. But, I really just need to start saying it as it is. It is currently 17:14. It literally just clicked over there. The lights in the house are off. Everyone inside goes to sleep to prepare for the upcoming day. I can't sleep. I mean, that seems like a you problem. Actually, I was having a conversation with one of my friends about this in Discord, but I'm not. Later. I'm still lying on my side, eyes wide open. This is my room. I should be sleeping, but it feels completely different now. Yeah, because there's a Saber on the other side of the door. Oh, I can't It's quiet, but I hear Saber's breathing in the next room. No, of course I can hear sound coming from the next room if it's quiet, and since I can hear him breathing, I find myself imagining Saber sleeping for him. Yes, because that's a thing you want to imagine. How can I fall asleep in this situation? Bro is stressed too much. I can't just stay in this whole bed of needles situation forever. Buddy, I've been in that situation. There are a lot of nights where I just couldn't sleep because I was overthinking things. Those have mostly passed. Sometimes I randomly gain a lisp. Random. Those days have passed. I sneak out of my futon, trying not to wake Saber up. Man is going for a nighttime walk. Thank goodness, I thought Saber would notice, but I guess not. Unless she's a deep sleeper. I question whether she can really protect her master this way, but there's no immediate danger. If Sabers are linked to Master, she'll probably wake up immediately if her master is in danger. Sokka seems to be asleep. The lights in the detached building are out. It's easy to just that defined her. Maybe she's naturally adaptable because Tasaka managed to blend in here in just a day. Honestly, it does help having her around. Yeah, she's a handful, but she is helpful. One bit of evidence of that is the bandage wrapped around my hand. Hide my command spells, huh? I never would have thought to do that if you hadn't pointed out. The command spells Master's Bear appear somewhere on their arm. Mine appeared on the back of my left hand. Clothes won't work to hide it, so I'll need to use bandages even if it looks a bit awkward. It's wintertime, so wear some long sleeves to hide it. Bro, just wear gloves. Tasaka has her on the opposite hand from mine, around the middle of her right hand or somewhere around there. The shape of command spells differ from each master. I don't think I'll ever see Tasaka's command spell. You know, I don't know if that was a plural, but it doesn't really matter. Silence falls over the shed. This is where Lancer cornered me yesterday and where Saber appeared. That was only yesterday. That was 5 videos ago. The entrance is still open. It's pitch dark inside. Yes, because that's as if to repel anyone who might try to enter. But this darkness is familiar to me. I used to play when I was young, and I feel it to be my real room. It sits silently under the wintry night sky. I step inside. After closing the door to shut out the cold, I turn on the stove. I thought I would take a break today, but I shouldn't. The old man would be rolling his grave if he knew I skipped my training 2 days in a row. I sit down in the middle of the shed and take a deep breath. I should train, no pauses. Magecraft is a mental discipline to me, so I shouldn't skimp on my training for no good reason. Breathe in. Begin my training by getting my breathing under control. The usual images pop into my head. The image of a sword drifts into my empty mind. I try to ignore it and clear my head. Oh, this is gonna end well. As soon as magical energy runs through my body, not a grammatically correct sense, runs through my body, I begin my usual training. Did you know the PC port of this game was even more scuffed than what it is now? Because there was glitches and like that all over. But now I just have to deal with a few grammatical errors. My strengthening magecraft succeeded for the first time in years when I was attacked by Lance last night. I need to recreate that same feeling before I forget, or else it'll be for nothing. Trace on. I close my eyes halfway and release the air from my lungs. That's all I can do for now. As I concentrate, everything fades away. The Holy Grail Warrior, Saber, Tasaka. If I allow my thoughts to slide into nothingness, any immature hesitation will fall away and I'll finally get a good night's sleep. I will save the game. And I will save it there. Yes. Okay. That's the end of this video. Alright, that'll be it for today. New life. Noted. I will, pause there. Alright, that'll be it for today. Don't mind her. The cats are begging for food. That being said, this will be the end of today's video. I will... well... Okay, like I said, I'm recording this... I try and record my videos a day early, so I, always have one prepared. So I'm recording this the Sunday, the day after Valentine's Day, and then tomorrow, which is when this video will go up, I'll be recording 2 videos. I'll be recording the next Roller Coaster Tycoon video for Tuesday, and I'll be recording the Fate Grand Order video for Monday, which is the day I'm posting this, but tomorrow for me, today for you. That's alright. That being said, I will see you all next time. Goodbye.